Hello everyone! Today I am coming to you guys with another Watch Me Work video, and I'm going to show you guys how I did this really funky abstract snow leopard design. And these nails are also done with Luminary nail systems, so I will show you guys how I did this fill with the Luminary gel. So let's get started! So I am starting off by filing off the previous design, and I'm using my carbide barrel bit for this, which is from Erica's ATA, and I am using my Zephyros dust collector, and that is from the Nail Hub. I always let you guys know that everything I show you guys is going to be down in the description box with the links and everything like that, so make sure to check the description box if you want the links to where all this stuff is from. So again, I'm just filing off the old design. The previous design was like a fun hand painted like grapefruit nails and like hot pink that we did. And this particular client, we used Luminary gel on her. She actually is a lifter. And so I have found the Luminary gel to be like the best thing so far for her nails because we get very minimal lifting. So I'm just filing off that old design, and the Zephyros dust collector, all the dust sits on top of that filter underneath, and then when I'm done, I can just throw that filter away and all the dust is left on top of it. So for prep, I am pushing back her cuticles to start with, and she also really has very minimal cuticle. Like, she does not have like really thick stuck on cuticles or anything like that, so she is fairly easy as far as the cuticle prep work goes. So I'm starting off with my Russian nib, which is a bit from Erica's ATA. This is probably my all-time favorite bit right now for cuticles, and it also preps the natural nail as well. So it does a 2-in-1 where you're getting the natural nail prepped and you're also removing all that stuck on dead skin on the new growth. I have it to begin with, I have it in forward, and I'm going from right to left, and I keep it on a very, very low speed and use very light pressure. So you, again, don't want to push too hard or be too aggressive with it. And another of my favorite things that you can do with this bit, showing you guys on the thumbnail, is if your client gets like hardened, like dry skin around their nail, around the corners, you can actually use this bit and it just like gently massages it off, exfoliates it off, and it can leave their skin so nice and soft, and you're getting all of that like hardened skin off, and it's so nice. I love it for doing that. So once I have done all of my cuticle work, now I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going in the reverse direction. So I'm going in reverse and I'm going from left to right, and this just makes sure that the skin is pushed back from every angle of the nail, so from both directions. And again, just polishing the sides of her finger just to get any of that kind of roughened, callous skin off. Now I'm just taking my cuticle nippers. These are the Boss Lady nippers from Erica's. These are my favorite nippers, hands down, that I've ever used. And I am just nipping off any of that skin that's like hanging off right there. And again, I always say I'm a very conservative nipper. I don't go crazy with it. And if you are nipping, you should always make sure that you do have training in that, because you can really hurt people with the nippers if you're not sure what you're doing. And then I'm just taking my file and I'm just smoothing out the gel a little bit. There was a little bit of leftover pink gel color on there, so just getting rid of that and smoothing it out. And I saw a little bit more skin on the other side of her nail that I just grabbed quickly with the nippers before we move on with application. So I am just cleaning the nails with cleanser, which is alcohol and a little bit of acetone, and I'm going straight in with my Commit primer, which is from Luminary. So I'm applying this on every single nail, and I'm going to let it dry for just a couple seconds before I move on with the gel application. The color I'm going to be using on her is Hope, which is my all-time favorite Luminary color. It is the most beautiful nude, which has like a slight pink hue to it. It is my absolute favorite. So I am going to apply just a really thin layer on every single nail, and then I'm going to cure that. And this is like your base layer. You don't need any other bonding gel or anything like that with Luminary. So I'm just applying my thin base layer first to all of the nails before I build them up and add my structure. And I make sure to cure this for 60 seconds in my lamp. And Luminary does get a little bit warm in my lamp, so I always make sure and tell my clients that it could get warm and that they can take their hands out if it gets a little bit too warm for them. Now I am starting with my structure and building up the nail, so I'm applying a slip layer to the nail, so a really thin coat of that same color over the entire nail, and then I'm going in with a little bit of a little dollop of gel that's going to add that strength and that structure, and I'm applying it near the new growth and then working it back and forth down the nail, trying to get it as smooth as possible. And then I always keep a little detailer brush next to me that I can kind of manipulate the gel and move it around to get it as smooth as I can and make sure those sides are covered before I put it in the lamp to cure. And again, this is my all-time favorite color. This is Hope. So I just love this color, and it's full coverage and it looks so nice on the nail. And pretty much with any skin tone, I have found it looks nice. Once I've built up the nail and I have her go on the lamp, I switch to the opposite hand and start to work on a nail on the other hand. So again, putting down my slip layer and then going in with my bigger dollop of gel near the new growth and just working it back and forth down the nail, trying to make sure it's nice and smooth and even. And I know some people like to use Luminary with like a regular gel brush, not the brush that comes in the bottle. However, I prefer with Luminary, I prefer to use the brush in the bottle. I don't know, it just seems to work better for me than using like your standard gel brush that you would use with hard gel. So yeah, so I prefer to use the brush straight out of the bottle. So once I've done all 10 nails and I've gone back and forth, cured each one, now I'm going to shape them. You definitely don't have to do this part if you are really, really good at getting that gel nice and smooth and perfect. You can go straight into color. However, I am such a perfectionist, which I know a lot of us are. That's why we are good at our jobs, because we are perfectionists. And that's why our clients like to come see us, because we make sure their nails are perfect and we're very detail oriented. So that is how I am, definitely. And so I just like to file them because then I know for sure that they are nice and smooth, because every time I feel like I have tried to just go straight in with color, I just notice these little imperfections that drive me crazy. So I'm going to file her nails just to make sure that shape is on point, and then also I am shortening them a little bit as I file them as well. So once I've filed the nails, I'm going to go straight into the design. And you can see this is the picture that I found on Pinterest as our inspiration. It's like a snow leopard pattern, and then it has some pops of like bright colors and some silver glitter. So these are the colors that we ended up choosing, which is a bright neon blue, which is Luxio Lookout, Luxio Volt, which is the bright green, and then we went in with the like neon fuchsia from Ugly Duckling, which I believe is 134. So those are the colors that we went with. And then as for the snow leopard, I am using a really light gray, which is Luxio Wisp, as the like foundation for the snow leopard design. I am painting it on in kind of like a wave pattern, so not a straight perfect line. And then on the pointer finger, I'm going to do a full nail of that snow leopard pattern. I think abstract nails are some of my favorite nails to do. I just love how it doesn't have to be perfect, and it's just kind of, there's no right or wrong with it. So I'm going in with that really bright fuchsia color, which is Ugly Duckling number 134, and I'm painting that on the pinky nail, and then I also apply that to the thumbnail as well. Originally, I did put it on the middle finger, but then we decided we wanted some of the other bright colors on the middle finger as well. So I wiped it off of the middle finger, and then you'll see kind of we do some swirls with those bright colors or waves, and it just ended up really fun and bright. So I'm painting it on that middle nail in like another wave type of a pattern. Again, there's no right or wrong with the abstract nail, so you just kind of paint it on and have fun with it and see how it goes. And because it's abstract, it'll turn out like awesome every time. So then I'm using my detailer brush, and I put a little bit of that gel polish on my palette just to get like a cleaner line when I am painting on that like wave pattern. And then I put on some of the other bright neon colors on my palette, and I'm just painting those alongside that fuchsia. So we're going to have some different colored waves going on down the nail. Some in the bright blue, the fuchsia, and the bright neon green. And then I do recommend curing each in between each color that you apply, just to make sure they don't mix together. And then we decided to leave some kind of blank areas as like a little bit of negative space, so we didn't cover the entire nail with these colors. We left a little bit of that nude just popping out in the corner of the nail. And then I'm doing a second coat of the green, just because usually neon greens and neon yellows are kind of sheer sometimes. So I decided to just add a second coat of that green just to make sure that it is nice and opaque and it pops. Then I'm going in and doing a little bit of a similar pattern up against the gray on the ring finger. So starting with my pink, and I'm just painting it on, going around the gray, and then I'm going in with my neon green, and then I'll add a little bit of blue, and then same thing, we left some of that nude just popping out into the corner, just so it's almost a little bit more of a negative space abstract design. Now for the snow leopard, I used a little bit of the Luxio Sterling, which is a darker gray, and that's going to be the inside of the spots of our snow leopard spots. And first, I am painting on a second coat of that gray. I realized that I had only done one coat, so painting on a second coat of that gray, then curing it, and then we'll go in with our snow leopard pattern. So I'm placing the dark gray spots all over the nail. And with leopard, you really don't want like perfectly round spots. So you kind of just want it to be random. And I just call it like you're just putting on little blobs. They're just little blobs that are not perfect at all. The more you think about it, the harder it is. So don't think about it. Just place them on the nail randomly. And then I'm going to go in with my black, and we're going to go around them and outline them and really make that leopard pattern pop. So for the black, I'm going around the dark gray first. And for leopard, you want some of the black outlines to go all the way around the dark gray, or you want some to kind of be like halfway around. You want some that are halfway around with one spot on the opposite side. If you look at the way a leopard print works, it's not perfect at all, and so you want some like thicker lines and thinner lines. And again, I always say, like, if you think about it too hard, it's going to be difficult. So you just kind of have to let your brush just kind of flow, and don't worry about making it absolutely perfect, because it's going to turn out better if you just kind of let it flow and let the brush do the work. So again, I'm outlining all of the dark gray spots. And then I'm going to go fill in between each of these spots with just black. Again, not perfect circles, just little blobs. Some of them are a little bit longer, some of them are a little bit rounder. Just going in between all of the dark gray spots in kind of these blank areas with the black. And as for the gel paint, I'm using the Akzentz Gel Play Line It in black. That is the gel paint I'm using for all of these little spots. It's super, 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 super pigmented, so you barely need any of it and you'll get like a solid black line or blob or whatever you are painting. So there we go for our snow leopard pattern, and then you just want to make sure and you cure that. Then I'm going to go in with some silver. This is the Gel Play Cosmic Silver. So I'm just painting some silver lines in between the other colors that I put on. And I love this gel paint because this silver is very sparkly versus a like metallic silver. This one's more of like a really, really fine glitter silver. So it really sparkles and it's super pretty. And I am using my Ugly Duckling striper brush for this, which works very well. I love their striping brush. So I've cured the silver, and now I am just doing a second coat of that fuchsia because I realized I only did one coat. Me and my friend, this is like one of my best friends that I'm working on, so we were just talking so much and we were having fun, and I was also trying to film it, so there was a couple times where I'm like, oh, I did not do a second coat of this color before we move on. Then we decided, just for a little bit of extra touch to kind of bring the whole design together, we went and added a cuff on the thumbnail in that silver. And normally, if you watched one of my previous videos where I did a nail cuff, I like to do the silver or the cuff part first and then paint on the color afterwards. However, because this wasn't planned and it was kind of an afterthought, I'm just using my little detailer brush and I'm just painting it on top of that fuchsia color. So super easy, and it just kind of adds that extra pop and brings that whole design together. So once I'm done, I'm going to cure that, and then I'm going to top coat, and the design is done. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe, and I do watch me works and hauls and all sorts of fun nail art tutorials and videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see you guys in the next video.